We gonna talk about it today, y'all. So let's get into it. Why are we talking about relaxers? As some of you may know, back in October of 2022, the Journal of the National Cancer Society put out a study that had been conducted as a part of a larger study called the Sister Study, which I believe was ran by the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences. And basically the research from this study was able to show a link between the use of chemical hair straighteners, relaxers, and higher incidence and risk for uterine cancer. And I believe there was something about breast cancer also. And I think it's important to have this conversation because also, when I have been on social media lately, I have been getting these targeted advertisements about lawsuits related to chemical relaxers, or what some people would call a perm. Now, when I was younger, back in the day, I used to call it a perm as well. However, perms are something that people put in their hair generally to create a curlier pattern, and relaxers, chemical relaxers or straighteners, are the proper name for something that straightens the hair. So I want to talk about this, and I want to put the disclaimer out there that yes, I do rock my natural hair. I love my natural hair. I embrace it to the utmost. However, I am not a natural hair Nazi. The purpose of this video, the purpose of this discussion is not for me to tell women, especially Black women, how they should wear their hair. I feel like as Black women, we get enough scrutiny from the outside world about our hair and the choices that we make, that you don't need it coming from one of your fellow sisters. When we have to literally have things like the Crown Act and have laws instated to tell people that they can't discriminate against us based off of our hair. When we have to fight to be able to go into our workplaces and be able to embrace the way that God made us and not have to conform to Eurocentric beauty standards. So I am not here to fight with a Black woman about the way that she wears her hair. I feel like every woman should do what she feels like is best for her. So I said that to say that the intent of this video is not to say that we should be banning relaxers and to tell people never to wear a relaxer, but it's really to have a realistic conversation about the effects of relaxers and what we think should happen. Me personally, as a nurse, I am very big on the matter of informed consent. So anytime you're having something medical done to you, you're going to have a procedure, you have the right to know what's going to go on. You have the right to choose your doctor. You have the right to refuse treatments if you want to. And I think that when we talk about this matter of relaxers, it's the same thing for me. I want Black women to be informed. I know there's a lot of people saying things like, well, I don't know why they so, bent about hair relaxers. People do all types of stuff that aren't healthy for them, yet they still do them. And the caveat to that, though, is that yes, we all partake in things that may not be the healthiest choice for us to make, but a lot of those decisions are informed. People were comparing it to fast food. They're like, you eat McDonald's, and that's not good for you. And that's the thing. We know McDonald's is not good for us. When we go and we partake of processed foods, saturated fats, high sodium foods, we know what the outcome is going to be. There's plenty of research, plenty of studies, plenty of information out there that tells us the effects of eating certain foods. Anytime you buy a food item, there are nutritional fats that come along with it. So when you make that decision to eat that unhealthy food, you're making it from an informed place. You can't say that nobody told you that McDonald's was bad for you. You know, when you go to get that quarter pounder, when you go to get that Big Mac, that it can have bad outcomes on your health. Same thing with cigarettes. Cigarettes have not been banned. You can still find them on the shelf because I was reading some comments under these lawsuit ads, and one of the comments is like, I won't believe this study to be true until relaxers are actually taken off the shelf. And so to that, I would say cigarettes aren't taken off the shelf. However, there is an abundant body of research that shows us the effects that cigarette can have on the health. And when you buy cigarettes, it comes with a warning. It comes with that Surgeon General warning to tell you, hey, you might get lung cancer, might not have good effects on your health if you smoke these cigarettes. So once again, an informed decision. Nobody is going around smoking cigarettes anymore without knowing the potential risks that it could have on their health. And that's what I would advocate for. When we talk about the matter of relaxers, I don't want it to be said that Black women, and I think it's important to talk about this because this really affects primarily Black women. We are the majority consumers of chemical hair straighteners, chemical relaxers. So when something is affecting my people, is affecting my sisters, I feel like they should know about it. Now, it's important to note with this study, it found a link. Link does not mean that if you do A, B will happen. So it does not mean that if you ever had a hair straightener, you ever put a relaxer in your head, that at some point in life you will get uterine cancer. It's important to note that uterine cancer is a rare form of cancer, but it does happen, and the risk is greatly increased in women who have used chemical relaxers. So once again, there's a link, not saying if you put a relaxer in your head, girl, you're gonna get uterine cancer. Nobody said that. Just saying that there's a possible link. So when you put the relaxer in your head, there's a possibility that it could increase your risk for uterine cancer. And when I hear something like this, I feel like people should want to know this information. I feel like it's not ethical for these companies to keep marketing products to Black women, knowing that there's research that is now coming out that these chemicals could possibly be toxic and damaging to their health, to their bodies. So I do feel like there needs to be some type of accountability. I am not calling for an outright ban of relaxers. I'm just saying that there needs to be some type of warning. There needs to be something to let women know when you put this in your hair, there is a risk. And then, like I said, because I'm a nurse, I believe in the principle of autonomy. So you have informed consent, you're informed, you know the risks, you know what could possibly happen if you put a relaxer into your hair. Then based upon that information that you have been given, you can now make a decision. You have the autonomy to decide whether or not this product is for you. But I think it is morally wrong to continue to allow Black women to put these products in their hair without letting them know, hey, there's a possible risk to your health. Y'all chime in the comments. Let me know what you think. I think this is a touchy subject for Black women, like I said, because we have a long history of people scrutinizing our hair and telling us how we should wear our hair, the way we should look. And so I'm not here to bash anybody. I just want to start the conversation, especially because a lot of us who have had relaxers, it started off as something that really wasn't our decision. I know for me personally, I started getting relaxers at a young age. I don't remember exactly what age it was when my mother started to relax my hair, but I know I was still in elementary school. I know that a lot of those relaxers were specifically targeted at young children, which is a whole nother discussion. If these products have the capability, the propensity to increase your risk of uterine cancer, what effects could they have on young Black girls who are not getting these relaxers by choice? They're getting their relaxers due to their mother putting these products in their hair. And a lot of these products are targeted. I know when I was targeted at Black girls, I remember when I was growing up, I used Just For Me. Actually, I used Just For Me into my adulthood. But Just For Me was like the thing. Like they had the commercials, they had the song, you know, Just For Me, do, 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 Just For Me. So let me know what y'all think. All right. Bye.
Body to shine, a look that's totally on mine. Hair so soft, silky and free. I want something just for me.
Just for me.
No light conditioning relaxer cream.
Just for me.
For combing and styling that's worry-free.
J-U-S-T-F-R-M-E.
Try the Just For Me No Light Conditioning Cream Relaxer System today, created in part by mothers,
Especially for their daughters.
by Proline.
Available at Revco.